That's gonna spoil a lot.
No.
Yeah, let me type in Kaiju number 8 Kaijus and then just look at all the Kaijus to show one. That's a great idea.
I wasn't even thinking of that.
That's a smart idea. Very.
I'm on the movie, been the foundation. It's time to move. 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 Yeah, it's time to move. 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 Hey, it's time to move. It's time to move.
Hello everyone, I am D.
And all.
And together we are DJR Union. And today we're going to be going over Kaiju number 7.
I thought it was number 11.
7-Eleven?
Yeah, Kaiju 7-Eleven. Like the gas station down the street.
Why isn't Kaiju number 9 in this set? I just thought about this.
That's a good question. What the freak?
Maybe they're saving it for volume 2.
Probably.
Like a purple deck. I can see that.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we're going to be breaking down Kaiju number 8, realistically. It's not 7 or 11. So yeah, Kaiju number 9 and Kaiju number 10 are not in this set. So we probably will see them in volume 2.
In volume 2, yeah.
Which honestly could be this year. Or, I mean, not this year, like 2025, but like 2026 sometime for Japan.
Exactly.
And we might even see a simultaneous release for Volume 2. If they take too long to release it over in Japan, we might see us getting Volume 2 of Kaiju number 8 at the same time as Japan does.
Honestly, that would be freaking amazing, honestly, if we get a simultaneous release. 'Cause I think they're working towards us being simultaneous releases with Japan.
I'm really hoping.
Yeah, that would be super nice, because where's ReZero at? 'Cause
I feel like because we were in the card shop the other day where we were talking about how some sets we won't see over here, like probably not Windbreaker, considering like popularity and stuff like that. If stuff does really well on initial but then slowly falls off, it might not see the light of day over here. So Windbreaker we might not see. I'm hoping we do see ReZero though, because it's going 4 seasons strong in the anime, so I can definitely see us getting ReZero over here, and I'm really hoping for it.
Yeah, it really was a new IP in Japan earlier this year too, so I don't see no reason why not to.
Yeah.
Just saying, bro. Just saying. But anyways,
let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's talk about the first card. So the first card is going to be Mina. Everyone knows Mina, Kafka's childhood friend, and she is at 4 energy and 2 action for a 4k BP 2 energy generator, which is really nice to see a 2 action point card that generates 2 energy.
On the back line.
Yeah.
Now, is it worth it?
Let's find out. So for 2 action points, this character is played set to active, which as we always say, they better be.
They better be.
And when played, if she's played on the energy line, this character can attack from the energy line until the end of turn. Now, I want to say something very specific about this ability that I've noticed about this card and not many of the other cards that can snipe from the energy line as well, such as the Saito that's being very predominant in the ranked format.
Yeah.
Competitive format. Jeez.
Hey, ranked competitive. It's the same thing. You gotta rank when you. I'll rank 1 in this tournament. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, so Saito, it says when he attacks from the energy line, you move him to the front line to attack.
Exactly.
This one doesn't say it. Which means she legitimately just flat out attacks from the energy line, meaning you don't have to sacrifice any of your frontline cards for her attack to go off.
Exactly. So that's the potential 5. That's a 5 attack play.
Yeah. Without any sacrifices on the front line, that makes this card really good just off of those 2 abilities alone.
Exactly.
Active and attacking from the energy line without having to move to the front line, already starting off amazing.
Exactly. And the fact that it also generates 2 energy, because like after you utilize the utility of attacking from the energy line, you also just sit back and just generate energy like she does in the anime. She's charging up for the next attack.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, being able to just first be a attacker and then turn into just generating energy. And in addition to that, we go to the activate main. I can choose 1 other character on the field and give it 1000 VP until the end of the turn. I like this. I like that it doesn't specify it has to be on the front line, just in case you want to do a double Mina play.
Yeah, very much. I really do like that. You can just choose any character, give that 1k BP. So if it is a Mina, she's charging up to that 96%. You know what I'm saying?
And then we finish off when attacking if Bako, aka the tiger, for those of you who don't know, is on the same line as Mina. You can also drop 1 card.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So you get attacker from the back line, being able to draw a card, buff another character, and generate 2 energy all in the same turn. I think it's worth it.
And the best part, it says when attacking if he's on the same line. So if you move this Mina to the front line and you have a Bako on the front line and she attacks, you still get that card draw.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which is really good. So this Mina is very versatile.
Very versatile indeed.
You will see her a lot.
Oh yeah. I can probably make the argument of maybe playing her as a 4F if she's this good.
Oh, 100% I can see that happening.
Oh yeah, definitely. So shall we move on to the next card that's on the...
Indeed.
Yes.
You know, I feel like Mina is a very important character. So important that she actually has 2 SR cards.
She really does. So we have a 5 energy, 1 AP cost Mina.
Okay, and how much BP is she sitting at?
She's sitting at just a normal 4K BP. Nothing too fancy.
I can vibe with that.
What is that first effect?
Oh, well, it just says if Baku's on the same line, she gets impact.
Bro.
That's pretty good because, as you can see, it looks like Mina has a lot of synergy with her tiger, which makes sense. She's always with her tiger.
Exactly. She's hardly ever not with her tiger.
Yeah.
Real. So being able to for one of them be able to give you card value or card advantage, and this one being able to give you impact 1, I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good indeed. And then also when play, you can choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line, switching the rest in.
Can you read that for me again? Because I don't think I heard that right. That's a pretty powerful effect if that's what I heard.
Yeah, it said when play, choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line and switching to resting.
So what you're telling me is not only when I play her on my turn, but if she's hit from life and raid triggered, she can rest one of my opponent's attacking characters?
Yes. It would be pretty good if another card that came out towards the beginning of Union Arena's Western release lifespan was able to do such a thing. I'm talking about you, Bambietta. What the freak, bro? Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Oh my gosh, it's okay. It's okay.
Come
Calm
on.
down. Calm down. I know you're angry.
You're so lucky. You got better in volume 2.
No, sit down. Sit down. No, the camera. So yeah, as you can tell by R's outburst, yes, we're very happy that this is an effect that works properly compared to Bambietta, because that was so stupid that it had to be rated on your turn.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand, but that's neither here nor there. We are moved past that phase. We matured a little bit.
Yeah, we're a whole year past that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, we matured in the year that was that since it released. But yes, being able to have the versatility, being like, for one, Red Kenshin, I'm about to get blasted for 5 to 6 damage by this Kenshin. I can swing twice or 2 of them. Reveal that. We're resting that other Kenshin before you even start swinging with it.
Yep.
Flame 1.
You do not want to take any damage from Kenshin, because you take 1, you're losing the game.
You're losing the game at that point. So it's a really good countermeasure for both on your turn and on your opponent's turn, to be able to slow your opponent down. And that's what any deck as it is, to be able to just buy that extra time, buy that extra turn you need to be able to turn this match around.
Yeah.
So
and then let's move on to our last effect, shall we?
Yeah, we got
her activate main. If she's on the front line once per turn, you can choose 1 resting character on your opponent's front line, and it gains this character remains set to resting the next time it would be switched to active.
That, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't even paying attention to that effect till just now, and OMG, that effect is actually busted.
Yeah. So if you're able to play, her on your turn and rest an opponent, you can then activate. If you're able to play her on your turn and rest an opponent, you can then activate this ability if she is on your front line, which causes your opponent to be forced to stay set to resting, which is wonderful, especially with Kenshin being in the meta.
Exactly.
That's pretty much negating his next attack, which is good unless they hit an active trigger in life, which let's hope they don't.
But you know who plays a lot of active trigger now these days? With a few exceptions. But yes, just to be able to just flat out, hey, I'm gonna rate this character, rest that, and it's gonna stay rested until on your next time you get switch it to active, being like you're not going to get any utility out of it, which is just enough time for me to actually get the next card out, actually start really laying down the law.
Yeah, it's a really good card to be proactive with, a very good card to force your opponent to slow down for a little bit, which gives you the opportunity to get to that 96% of combat power.
It takes some time, so you need all the time you can take.
Oh God. Yeah, so let's move on to the next card, which does have a huge advantage with helping out Mina. And that's actually going to be, obviously, since she is the captain, you need a vice captain to help you out in battle. So we're going to go over and talk about the homie Soshiro.
Yes.
That's right. Soshiro Hoshina, who is one of my favorite characters. I can't lie. He is pretty cool. He's kind of like Levi, but I prefer him over Levi personally. I just never really vibed with Levi heavy. I'm a Hoshina guy.
He only got comedy behind him.
Yeah.
Levi's all serious.
Yeah, I'm a huge comedy lover. That's why I like Hoshina better.
He has a switch. He can turn that switch on and off at the same time. Like right now, he's staring at us with those cold, dead eyes. Anyways, let's start it off with the 4-1 raid Hoshina, which is that, first off, this character can't be caught by characters 3 or less.
Well, at how much BP is he at?
4K.
Okay. So he cannot be jump blocked. They have to use a character that they value in order to block this character.
Exactly. So it's like, oh, that weak nonsense, that chump block you're going to be used? Nah, get that out of here.
Be gone.
You're not fast enough to catch him, bro.
No, for real. For real, bro.
Bro.
And then also, when played, you get to draw a card. So he does replace himself when you do play him, which is phenomenal. I love cards that replace themselves because that means you're not running out of cards. You're just running into more opportunities for you to succeed.
Exactly. I like how you said that.
I know. It just came off the top of my head.
Those
It
were
was
some
crazy.
bars with that one. But yeah, I really do like this card. Like I said, it's nothing too complex. Keep it simple, but yet good at the same time.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and move over to the color trigger that is going to be supporting the Mina deck the most. And that is going to be, of course, her Tiger, Bako.
Exactly. And going into what Bako does, well, first off, for 3 energy, he's a 3K BP that generates 2 energy on the back line, which is also pretty good.
Yeah.
More incentive to put him on the same line as Mina.
Not to mention, we already have seen now 2 cards that generate 2 energy that are going to be very good staples for Mina. The 4-2 that belongs in the energy line, and this Bako 3-1 that belongs in the energy line. And when he's played, you can move one character on your, or choose one character on your field and move it to the other line, in which case, if you play that 4-2 Mina on the energy line and you've already used her attack or you need that energy for something, you can then play this Bako to move that 4-2 to the front line after you use that energy.
Exactly, because it's not like somebody where it's not something limited, like say, hey, you have to move, like say, Mina to the same line as Bako. No, it's like say, move one character on your field, so any character, whether it's on the front line or the back line, and just move them to the desired spot that you want. So it's like you said, I don't really need to Mina on the back line anymore. I'm gonna move her up and use this Bako to replace it.
Yep. It's phenomenal. It's great. I feel like this Bako is going to see some really good use in this deck.
Oh, definitely, and it's immediate for us. Your color trigger.
Yeah, with it being your color trigger in yellow, it's almost an immediate 4 of.
Exactly. Like what are you smoking by not putting this in the deck?
Yeah. So when it comes to the Mina and Bako deck featuring Hoshina, I feel like there's a lot of good synergy with the resting mechanic and with having Bako and Mina on the same line. Like, you're trying to get a bunch of attacks off, but you also have a good amount of card draw so that you are able to see a lot of the cards that you want to see when it comes to using this deck.
Exactly. I feel as though they really are building the decks to be like, one, it's not too like action economy to dedicate a lot of resources just to rest one opponent. You can actually expand outside your action economy to try to rest multiple opponents onto the field to open up your opponent's defense and start swinging in for game, while at the same time being able to refill your hand in the process.
Oh, 100%. Not to mention that we've only gone over like 1 Bako card and like a couple of Hoshina cards. We do know that there's like one more Hoshina card out there, but we haven't gone over it because we don't want to spend our time on all the cards in general. But Mina has a lot of the support that she needs in order to get what she needs to get off, and it's honestly amazing. I love seeing that she's able to postpone the enemy as well as strengthen herself up throughout these cards that she has available to her.
Exactly. It's like, here is your game plan. This is what you are trying to do, and here's the method for you to protect yourself while you're trying to get this game plan off. And I really do love that with Mina.
So not to mention that Mina also has some good versatility with her being able to attack from the energy line. You're actually able to consistently, and when I say consistently, I mean there are like a few things out there that help her attack from the energy line more often.
Exactly. So you're gonna be seeing a lot more additional tools to be able to say like, hey, I attacked from the energy line once. Let me go ahead and do it again.
Exactly. It's really cool. It's amazing. And I really think Mina is going to shine a lot when it comes to Kaiju number 8's decks.
Exactly. Because like I said, we can even close it out here. It's like, if I'm swinging from the energy line, I don't have to worry about your triggers.
Yeah, 100%. That's like the staple. That is the best part about swinging from the energy line. It's like, yeah, I'm just going to swing for funsies because your triggers can't touch me here.
Yeah, they really can't. Here's the sensory thread up front. I guess you'll kill that. But it's like, this the real issue. You think I'm moving this to the front line when I know you have like 6 or 7 life steals to go through? Heck nah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bid on all those triggers on this spotter I have on the front line.
100%. Swing with the front line first, then with the energy line. I just can't get over it. I think Mina's really going to shine. She's really showing that she is the captain of the 3rd division.
Exactly. And like you said, all the underlings look up to her, and you know they're working their best to try to prove themselves that they're able to hang with the best.
And you know what? You mentioned a very good point. The underlings are trying to keep up with her. So let's go ahead and talk about the underlings that are trying to keep up with her.
So let's start with one of them, which is like my cold favorite. For those of you who know, you know.
Ichikawa.
Man.
I love this guy. He's really awesome.
I love him too, bro. He's like he's just there. He's there for the homie, and he's still cool-headed. I like that.
Well, he was with Kafka day 1. Never turned his back on him.
Never.
As far as I've been in season 1, has never turned his back on Kafka, and he has like kept his secret. He always looked out for him, made sure that he didn't expose himself. And even when spoiler alert if you haven't seen season 1, but if you really haven't by this point, kind of crazy, when they found out his identity and were taking him off, Ichikawa was the only one that got out of line and said, I'm sure you'll come back. Yeah. Like, Ichikawa is the true day 1 friend that you want to have in your life.
Day freaking 1, bro. Like, we all need a friend like Ichikawa.
100%.
All need a friend like him.
So, tell me, as a friend, as someone that needs friends like Ichikawa, can you tell me what Ichikawa is capable of?
Oh yeah, let's break it down. So during your turn, if another character with 3 required energy is on the same line, this guy gets another 500 BP. So you already know, birds of a feather, flock together, he gets stronger because you know he's with his allies. He's a ride or die for him.
Yeah, he's around those 3 required energy cards that aren't on the 4 energy level like Mina. But he is there and he's able to really help out. Because he's with those friends, he gets that extra boost in power because as we see, he's always trying to one up some of his allies because let's be honest, you can't slack off. You have to constantly be striving to be better. So if you have someone that's competing with you, you have to show them up by increasing your BP by 500 to put yourself at 4K.
Exactly. Like, hey man, you at 50%? I'm at 53%. What's up?
I'm at 53.2. What do you mean?
53.2. I'm at 53.3.
I'm at 53.30000000001.
I'm still at 53.3. You didn't have to add the absolute decimal. You know?
Well, you know, I'm just better.
That's just showing. Anyway, well, we got another evaluation in 2 days. We'll see who's better then.
Okay.
But anyways, if we go to his when played ability, you're able to play up to 1 yellow character card with 3 or less required energy and 1 AB cost from your hand set to resting onto the field.
That is really good, and it's great. I'm glad that you're able to help you flood the board, get your extra allies out there to help you. Not to mention, with this when played ability, you also get to trigger other when played abilities. Because, hey, I'm going to play this guy with me. Cool, he is now played, therefore his when played ability triggers, and I'm now able to get an extra benefit off of playing this card.
Exactly, so you're kind of just creating a chain reaction off of it.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful indeed. So moving on to the next card, you know, although we know Ichikawa is Kafka's ride or die.
Yep.
You know, there's someone else that also came into the circle. You know, a little bit reliable.
Someone that looks up to him, someone that admires him, someone that might have a little crush on him.
Right. You know, just a little bit.
And she might be a little bit small, but don't let her size fool you because she is a powerhouse. She is the strongest non-captain that is in the 3rd division, and that is Kikuru Shinomiya.
Shinomiya indeed. So we look at what she is capable of. Shinomiya, you know, you already know she packs a powerful punch.
Very powerful punch.
Mm-hmm.
And at 4 energy, she really shows up Reno a little bit because instead of being a 3 energy card, she is at that 4.
She is at that 4, and it's like 4K plus BP, so she can only get stronger.
I mean, she does. She does. Even in season 1, she does get stronger.
Yes. So let's go ahead and take a look at her. What the freak, bro? Sorry, my phone is spazzing out. But yeah, this character gains all abilities listed below if you have the required number of characters with 3 required energy on the same line. Again, birds of a feather flock together, and she benefits greatly off of having multiple 3 energy cards out onto the field on the same line, to be exact.
Which is really great. I'm glad that she's able to have these abilities that buff her up based on the other 3 required energies on the same line. It's kind of like she's like, all right, my friends that are on the same level as me, allow me to show you up.
Exactly.
For each one of you that's here, I'm going to show you a little bit more of my power. With one of you here, I'm going to get impact.
Yep.
With 2 of you here, every time I attack, I get to draw up to 1 card. And when the whole front line is targeted, or when the whole front line is filled with you guys, I'm going to get another 1k BP, putting me at 5k BP with impact, and I get to draw when I attack.
Yes, which is scary.
100% terrifying.
Yeah.
I see a 5k BP character with impact coming my way. I'm like, I hope I have a nullify impact on my field.
Exactly.
Or I just let the attack come through, because I'm not blocking that.
Exactly. You want to know who does have a nullified impact though?
Me.
That and the Kaiju that kind of clapped her up on episode 4.
That's funny.
Yeah. But she's still strong though. She's still strong.
Yeah, she is.
But yeah, to finish off, she also has a when attacking ability, which can choose up to 1 other character on your field, and it gains 500 BP until the end of turn.
And that's really good because once again, you are able to buff up a character, help them reach their potential a little bit more.
Exactly.
Especially when it comes to Ichikawa, if it's only her and Ichikawa on the field, obviously she won't have that. She won't be a 3 energy card, so Reno doesn't get the 500 boost. But with her attacking, you're able to boost Reno up by 500 to make him hit that 4K, even if you don't have another card on the front line with 3K BP.
Exactly.
I mean, 3 energy.
Yeah, 3 energy. So like I said, it works. Like I said, it works in tangent with each other and able to help each other out to get to their ultimate potential.
100%.
And
then let's go ahead and talk about the color trigger Shinomiya. So, 3 energy, 1 action Shinomiya color trigger. When played, if it is your turn and this character is played with one of your character site or event card abilities, choose up to 1 of your AP cards and switch it to active.
I really do like that effect. Not because of just the fact that you're able to switch an AP card back to active, but because it specifies characters, sites, or event card abilities. It's not limited to just character abilities. There's also going to be one hinting at a site that's going to be in the set, but also some certain event cards that are going to also be able to help you cheat characters onto your field.
Yeah, and the most important thing for me is this. You get to switch one of your AP cards to active, right?
Yep.
You get 2 characters for free, or 2 cards that you get to play for free, because you pay 1 action point to play a card, and then if you're playing her with that ability,
yeah,
you're playing a second character. So if you play like Reno, for example, when Reno's played, play a 3 energy card, you play her. Then since you was playing with Reno's ability, you stand that 1 AP you played back to active.
Yeah.
You now paid no action points to get a Reno and a Shinomiya on your field.
Honestly, yeah, you paid no AP for it, which is crazy. So you're just cheating out characters for free.
You are getting extreme AP like benefits off of that. Your AP dichotomy is going to be beautiful.
Exactly, which is very good, because that was a lingering doubt that I had with this deck. Was like, one, of course you're going to be cheating out cards out onto the field, but it'd be like, what's going to be his countermeasure against, like, say, removal heavy decks, like, say, Squad Zero Bleach or Roy Mustang? Will it be able to hold its own and be resilient against these types of decks?
Yes, and with this being a thing, you 100% are, because you're able to not only get these cards back onto the field when they're removed, but you are able to also just keep rebuilding. You're able to just keep rebuilding. That's pretty much it. You're just able to keep rebuilding. Every time they kick you down, just stand back up, bro. Like, you keep rebuilding. That's so good.
Yeah, it's really good. Especially in Union Arena, it's extremely good to have a type of deck that's able to rebuild itself after it's established. Because, like I said, you have a plan B.
Yes, having a plan B always comes in handy.
Always comes in handy indeed.
So let's go ahead and talk about this deck a little bit. These Underlings, they are not the most powerful things that you will see out there. None of them are hitting the 4K mark, really, and they're mostly just cards that are there to support one another. They're not cards that are meant to shine on their own.
Exactly. And like you said, you're probably going to be like you said, putting clustering like different clusters of character cards from the guests together and utilizing their different abilities. Like I say, they may have other abilities to cheat out cards or even to restand AP cards at that to further advance your play. Like you said, once we really get into the nitty gritty and start building these type of decks, we'll be able to fully understand the power that is for Burst of a Feather flocking together.
Oh, 100%. And then when you talk about some of the benefits of having these cards that are so focused on having a 3 energy, it talks about specifically 3 energy cards, which is kind of a weakness because it depends on how many 3 energy cards you're running in your deck. And since it's not saying 3 or less, since it's 3 specific, very similar to Asta and Yuno in Green Black Clover, it can lead to some problems in the deck if you're not hitting that 3 energy exact mark. So I do hope to see some cards like in one of the green Astas that was included in the starter deck, where it's like, hey, by the way, there is a card like this. I don't know why I'm setting it up like I don't know. But there is a card out there that is a 2 energy card, but when it is but it can be treated as a 3 energy card, which is phenomenal because that is something that you're definitely going to need.
Exactly. Like you said, just a little bit of extra consistency to be able to hit that 3 energy card requirement. But at the same time, it has the utility and versatility of being able to bridge that gap between 1 energy on your back line to 3 and 4 energy on your back line.
Exactly. And then for the last thing is, I just really want to say that the event cards in this yellow deck are really good. I like how in these 2 color sets, you're getting a decent amount of event cards that are able to support each of the decks evenly, to the point where it's like, hey, I have a sight card that allows me to play my cards for free.
Yeah. I
have event cards that's able to do some really good stuff. I can even search my deck for 2 cards or 2 character cards.
Yes, exactly. And I really wanted to double down on that specific card, which is accepting applicants, which is, if you guys remember from Green Bleach back in Volume 1, they had a card called 13 Core Star Squad, which you look 4 cards deep to find any 2 13 Core Card Squad affinity characters to add directly to your hand. The only caveat to that card was it didn't have a trigger.
Yeah, that's true.
You would think, at least me preferably, I would have wanted it to have a draw trigger because that would fit it best, honestly.
Yeah, because usually when you search for cards you add it to hand, that's essentially the same thing as a draw. So you do see a lot of the searcher cards have that draw trigger with them.
Exactly. And what I really like about this card, which is a night and day upgrade, is that it has a trigger attached to it. A draw trigger.
Yeah, and they literally do the exact same thing. Top 4 reveal 2 cards or 2 characters, except the difference is that in this deck, you're just revealing 2 character cards. In 13 Court Guard squads, you have to find a 13 Court Guard specific affinity character. So you can't use the card to search for any cards that isn't a 13 Court Guards character.
Yeah, so you're even more limited on the Green Bleach deck versus this Kaiju number 8 deck, because you have a lot more options of cards you're able to grab with it. And like I said, it's a draw trigger, so it won't be a dead card in your life on top of that.
Yeah, that's honestly probably one of the best event cards. Well, I mean, there are some really great event cards, but this is definitely one of the ones that you are going to want to include in your decks.
Exactly, and like you said before, because this one, I can put in either or type of deck.
Oh, 100%, because it doesn't specify anything. It doesn't say it has to be it doesn't say reveal up to 2 3 energy character cards.
You best believe I'm 100% putting it in the Mina deck when I start building it.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up Yellow Kaiju number 8. I almost said Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know why that popped in my head.
Kaiju?
Yeah,
you know.
There you go.
You know, same name.
And with that, we're going to move over to a different color, and that's going to be green. And green is going to be the color that focuses not only on the captain and the rest of the third company squad, but it's going to be, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of 13 Core Guard Squad. I'm literally saying that. It's not going to be focusing on the third division. It's going to be focusing primarily on Kafka and Kaiju number 8 and the vice captain himself, Hoshina.
So I'm really excited for what green has to offer. And I can already tell, you probably guess it. If you haven't, we went over it in our color wheel video on what green represents. We're going to be having some big creatures.
Yep. And one of the big creatures that we're going to be looking into is Kaiju number 8 himself. At 6 energy, 1 action, he is a raid over Kafka Hibino. And can you tell me, my dear friend, I just want to get a good grasp on how big this character is. What's his BP at?
His BP is at 4K plus.
4K plus. So he gets stronger?
Yes, he gets real strong.
Well, let's see how much stronger. It says when you play this character, you can choose up to 1 character with 3K or less on your opponent's front line and kill it. Yes. But if it's your turn, you can switch this character to resting, and if you do, 4K or less instead.
All right, so immediately, can we all point out the elephant of the room? Can y'all point it out? I'll wait 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Did you figure it out?
I'm pretty sure you did by now.
Exactly. And what's to figure out? It's the fact that you get benefits for raiding this guy on both your turn and the enemy's turn.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
You just kill something, or you can rest this card to kill something else.
Exactly.
Or something a little bit stronger, exhaust him. Put a little bit more effort on your entrance in order to do a little bit more damage.
Exactly. You have that amazing OST playing in the background. I call it Kafka's theme music. It always plays every time he pops up in his kaiju form. I'm just saying. I'm gonna have that be playing on standby every time I raid from live.
And 100%, one thing I do notice about this is that you usually see an ability like this on a 2 AP card. A 2 AP card, usually when they're played, they can kill a card in addition to them entering the field. But this one is on a 1 AP raid card. But instead of it being that second action point is what's pretty much being the extra for the kill,
yes.
It's resting this rated card. So instead of this character coming out in active, he's coming out rested.
Exactly, which in my turn will means like, hey, if you're gonna have the ability to come in rested in order to kill something greater, my goal is gonna be, hey, there's gonna be some type of support to make this card stand back up.
Well, let's talk about it. And we're gonna skip that middle effect because that second effect is gonna be the answer to your question. On the main phase, place 1 card from your hand into the sideline once per turn to switch this character to active.
Exactly. So it pretty much solved the issue right there. Hey, I'm gonna play this card, I'm gonna rest it so I can pop this 4K rated card you have on your field that's an issue.
Like the Kenshin.
Yep, 100% the Kenshin. And then I'm gonna place this card from my hand into my sideline and stand it back up and start swinging at you.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful indeed.
And then not to mention on top of that, on your main phase, if you already have him played and he doesn't need to be played a second time, you can activate on your main phase, switch this card to resting, and he gains 1K BP, putting him at 5K BP, and impact.
And impact 1. And going back to the dirt effect, we notice that's not a hard once per turn.
Oh, 100%. Meaning if you have multiple of this of this Kaiju number 8 on your field, you can rest multiple of them, have each of them gain 1K in impact respectively, and then place 1 card in your hand to sideline for each to switch them all to active, and you have multiple 5K impact cards coming through to attack.
Exactly. So you have a lot of versatility and a lot of play you can have with just having multiple Kaiju number 8s onto the field.
Oh, 100%. So already off of this 1 card, we're seeing Kaiju number 8 really shine. But that's the thing. That's not the only SR Kaiju number 8 card we're going to be talking about. The next one is 8 energy and 2 action points.
I'm gonna be real, that's a tall order. That's really tall.
Very tall.
How are we gonna get there?
Like, let's talk about Saitama real quick. Saitama's a 15 energy 2 action point card.
I ain't gonna lie, when I saw that card for the first time and what it could do, my first thought I should say was, how the freak are we gonna get the 15 energy to play this?
Yeah. So here it's like, what type of mechanics are we gonna be using to get to that 8 energy card? And for a 5K BP character, this card might be worth it for the 2 action points.
I think it's worth it. I mean, there's only time to actually read it.
Oh yeah, indeed. So if you have 2 or more resting characters on your front line, interesting that we just talked about a card that can rest himself. If you do that, this card's energy is reduced by 2 while it's in your hand, making it a 6 energy 2 action instead.
Exactly, so it makes it a lot more feasible to bring this card out onto the field. And then if we move on to the next line of text afterwards, it says, play this character set to active on your field.
Which, as we always say, it better be.
It better be. I'm paying 2 AP for a character, that y'all better come out active.
Now, I know that yellow isn't your favorite color.
It's really innocent, and
we got some yellow on this card.
See, here's the funny thing, bro. Yellow is not my favorite color, but decks I like are in yellow.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That's very funny.
And like, why do you say that?
Maybe yellow's your main color.
No, it's not.
Maybe it might be. I mean, Esper Sisters.
Yeah.
Mina.
Yeah.
I can't think of any others right now off the top of my head. But then again, you do have a good fair share of purple decks that you like too. So it's a toss up for now.
It's a toss up.
We'll see as we progress.
If Vortex comes out and I'm like really lingering into yellow decks, I guess I have to accept that yellow is my favorite color.
So yeah, damage 2.
You already know you're not going to take that.
You're not.
You're blocking that.
And last but not least, when you play this card for 2 action points, not only does he come inactive, not only does he have damage 2, and not only is he 2 energy less, but you get to choose one character on your opponent's front line and move it to their energy line, and that character cannot move until the start of your next turn. Meaning, that Kenshin card, that with that 2 attacks,
yep,
move that to the energy line, he can't attack.
Oh,
or he can't move up to the front line.
Oh yeah.
That Saito, that can attack from the energy line, and if he attacks from the energy line, he has to move to the front line.
Mm-hmm.
Now he can't attack from the energy line because you're forcing him to the energy line.
Exactly.
So, I mean, unfortunately, you do technically set him up for the turn after that, but if you can kill him before he gets to that point, that's definitely a worthy target for it.
Exactly. Like, you catch your opponent lacking with Saito, and they're like, oh, you don't have that 2 energy Saito on the field to bounce them back? Be a shame if someone pushed them back to the energy line.
I hate to see it.
You hate to see it. But yes, I really do like this ability. Like I said, your opponent's characters are getting cold feet. They're getting pushed to the energy line. They're not able to do anything about it. And they're going, and like I said, those Kenshin players are going to feel all that payback coming at them full force.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. If I saw Kaiju number 8 walk up to me the second he appears when he's played, I'd run away and not come back either.
Yeah, I'm dipping. You think I'm about to trade blows with this thing?
I'm not gonna lie, half of the sets in Union Arena right now aren't tangling with this guy.
They really ain't.
And when I say half of them, I'm talking about, Kenshin, SAO. Well, in the video game world, they would.
Yeah.
But in the real world, they're cooked.
I have to know. Those are humans. That's not a fantasy world.
Yeah, they are dead.
I won't spell it out.
DIE? DIE, like dead? Like die?
Like die.
Oh.
Like die, yeah.
Like the die you roll?
Yeah, like the die. You're playing die.
Yeah, we're not talking about unaliving, right?
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
All right, let's go on to the next SR card, which is actually going to be a raid for Kafka himself. That's right, Kafka himself has a raid. That's right, he hits 0.01%. Yeah, it's the one that's not loading. 4 energy, 1 action Kafka Ibino. He hits his 0.01%, as you can tell with his BP amount, which is, of course, 3,500. He's not hitting the full 4K.
That's crazy.
But when he's played, you can play up to 1 green character with 2 or less required energy and 1 AP from your hand set directly onto your field. So you are able to flood the board a little bit. You're able to help him get a little bit of extra support out with him since he's only hitting that 0.01%.
Exactly.
And yeah, he seems like a pretty good card.
Really is, just from that, because I said we move on to the next effect. If on the front line, I can switch from the resting and throw an additional card.
Oh wow, look at that. If he's on the front line, you can switch him to resting and draw a card.
Yep.
And if he's resting, then Kaiju number 8 becomes a little bit cheaper if you have 2 of him resting.
Exactly. So again, you're setting up for Capcom to go ahead and transform to Kaiju number 8.
I like that.
Like that indeed. And if you look at this other activate main, placing 1 card from hand to sideline, this character gains 500 BP until the end of turn, and I can switch him back to active.
Okay, so just by discarding a little bit of yourself, you're able to partially transform into Kaiju number 8 in order to get that extra boost to the 4K.
Exactly. Now, I will say, because I can already see a bit of a problem here. Like I said, a lot of the restanding abilities does require you to discard cards from your hand. Yeah. So I wonder if we're going to be having some nice support cards to be able to effectively refill our hand, or some lingering card effects that have trigger abilities from the graveyard, which of course that's not really the case, because purple is the one that excel like that. Yeah. But there are outliers out there in the world of Union Arena, so you never know.
I will say this: there are some answers to help.
There are some answers. That's pretty good, because if there wasn't, I'll. What you doing? All
right, so with us talking about all of Kafka and Kaiju number 8, let's go ahead and talk about the color trigger.
Yes.
We still don't know anything about. So let's go ahead and look for that Kafka right there in the top middle.
The top middle, oh yeah.
For 3 energy, 1 action, generating 2 energy when played, draw a card. That's it. But that's all you need from Kafka, because that's all he can do, honestly.
Hey, he generates 2 energy.
Hey, he's drawing a card for us. What does drawing a card do in Union Arena? What it does is it gives you advantage,
Yes.
right? What does Kafka specialize in? Remove the decomposition of dead corpses, which means he has a lot of knowledge on the dead corpses that he's able to relay to the forces to give them an advantage.
Yes. Oops. Pop out.
Absolute card peak right now.
Card peak. Card
Kafka
cinnamon.
is the GOAT.
He is the greatest of all times, bro. Look at this man. 0.01%.
He can do anything with that 0.01%.
He's proving everybody surpass your limits.
Oh, 100%. 100%, bro. He is the GOAT.
Not 100%. 0.01%.
Oh, my fault. 0.01%, he is the GOAT.
He is.
So yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about Kafka. Kafka seems like it's going to be kind of a silly deck because it's all focused on Kaiju number 8 and getting him out as quick as possible to do the most, considering how the raid one is the one with impact and the non-raid one is the one with damage 2 to threaten your opponent the most.
Exactly. So it's going to be interesting to see like how these abilities are going to play hand in hand with each other and how effectively you're able to get these combos off and start swinging with these high BP and these high energy cost characters.
Yes, and I do like it because it does have kind of a good what's the word? It's a good canonicity to the actual series because Kafka himself, by himself, he's not doing much. He has to rely on Kaiju number 8 because he's noticing that when he's fighting by himself, he's not able to achieve what he needs to achieve. So he's reliant on Kaiju number 8, especially in this first season. I don't know about the rest because, I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Same here.
But he's so reliant on Kaiju number 8 that he's like, I can't do anything by myself. All I can do is give my team the advantage that they have with my knowledge and then rely on Kaiju number 8 when the big guys come in.
Exactly. Like I said, another relaying back to the anime, which is like, hey, I do what I can now, and then when I have no other options,
yeah,
I'm busting it out.
Now, don't get me wrong, he does have his team to help back him up. There are some cards that do support him here, like, there's the Shinomiyas. I believe Ichikawa is also in here as well. You have those cards that's able to help out Kafka when he's not able to get into Kaiju number 8. But since there's a lot of stuff that focuses on resting, you obviously need or specifically the Kaiju number 8 ability, where it's like if you have 2 rested characters on the field or on the front line, you're able to get him out for cheaper. You are going to need some characters that can rest themselves in order to get that extra benefit off.
Yeah, like I said, get that extra benefit. Or even like I said, just being able to flood your hand with more cards, just to be able to start triggering the additional effects of restanding these Kaiju number 8, these Kaijus that you're already resting.
Exactly. Card advantage and resting are very key. And so yeah, and then to round things off, obviously we do have the event cards that are very important for the deck. You have a lot of good cards that really support the deck. You have a card that searches for Kaiju number 8 specifically, a card that can give your Kaiju number 8s the impact and damage 2 that I was talking about, and you even have Kafka's kill card.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I like that it's different from normal kill cards where it's like, hey, just target a character on your opponent's front line with this much BP and kill it. No, it's not saying something like that. It's saying, hey, choose any character on your opponent's front line. There's no BP threshold, by the way, which is absolutely sick.
Freaking amazing.
And move it to their energy line, which means your Saitamas are moving to the energy line.
Yes. 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 Those people that are super comfortable with their Saitama being like, oh, my Saitama can't get killed by any abilities. Huh. Doesn't mean they can't get moved.
Exactly. And with their Saitama moving to the energy line, that means their Saitama won't be able to block. And if they want to attack, they might have to get rid of some of that energy that they had in their energy line.
Exactly. So if you find, like I said, if they have to get rid of that energy to move that Saitama up, and let's say they're in a bad situation now, they have no choice but to block with that Saitama, now you're starved on energy to try to refill yourself and get back to that 15 threshold.
Yeah.
Even if it's by 1 or 2 energy, an extra turn is still an extra turn.
And the best part about this card, you don't need Kafka on the field in order to get that first ability off.
Yeah.
What you need Kafka or Kaiju number 8 on the field for is the second part, which is to, instead of moving to the energy line and drawing a card, you just flat out kill the character.
Yeah, I can just flat out kill a character. I mean, I can't kill Saitama, unfortunately, but every other character in the game of Uni Arena thus far, they're dead.
Yeah. And as long as, literally, since it doesn't specify a BP range, any character with any amount of BP, as long as it doesn't say this character cannot die, can get killed by this card, as long as Kafka or Kaiju number 8 is on the field.
Yeah, so you better brace yourself.
Oh, 100%, especially when Attack on Titan Volume 2 comes out, because spoiler alert, there's a 13k BP character in that set.
Brace yourself.
very much brace yourself because that's the name of the card. I like that. I like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So while we were talking about resting, let's go ahead and talk about one character that loves to rest himself. And that's going to be Hoshina.
Hoshina.
So we got the man, the myth, my favorite character, Hoshina. And 4 energy, 1 action at 4k BP. Your opponent cannot choose this character with ability on characters or event cards unless they place one card from their hand into the sideline as an additional cost. He automatically protects himself because he's just that fast.
He's just that fast. You can't touch him. You can't catch him.
No,
he's going to be there in the flash to make sure that you're paying your taxes.
Yeah, 100%. And in fact, if on the main phase, once returned, switch another active Soshiro on your front line of resting, and this guy gets double attack.
Huh? So this guy can attack twice.
Yeah, but read it. You have to switch another one that's on the front line to resting in order to give him 2 attacks. So you're losing an attack to get an attack.
I mean, still, if I put like a farther Hoshina onto the front line and rest it to get double attack on a 4K, I mean, that's still pretty good in my books.
Yeah, 2 4K double attacks is really good.
Exactly.
Like, honestly, if there was a way to switch other Soshiros back to active, or if there was something I'm hinting at stuff that's going to be happening.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, Hoshina. Let's just keep talking about Hoshina because there's a lot to talk about with him.
There's a lot to talk about him indeed.
Let's go to his color trigger, which is of course the other SR card in this set, which is the 4/1 Hoshina at 4k BP once again. And let's go ahead and talk about this.
That's a whole paragraph.
Yes, it is, and I'll read it for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
So when played, look at a number of cards on the top of your deck equal to the number of other Hoshina cards on your field. Reveal up to 1 Hoshina card among them and add it to your hand. Then place the rest on the bottom in any order. If you added a card to hand, place 1 card from your hand into the sideline, and then you may switch an active Hoshina to resting to switch this character to active.
Oh.
So you're doing a lot here. You're able to look, depending on the number of Hoshinas on the field, that many cards deep into your deck to find another Hoshina, which I think is good. You're able to put that to your hand.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you will have to discard a card from hand at the same time of doing that, but that's fine because you still get that 1 Soshino, which is going to be very powerful, into your hand. And then if you switch an active Sojiro on your front line of resting, this character will then switch to active.
Exactly. So another card, another Hoshina where it's like, say, hey, I'm gonna switch one of my fodder cards to resting in order to bring this card active so that way I can start hitting you with a 4K beater.
So yeah, Hoshina, let's talk about him. He's resting himself every 2 seconds.
Yeah, like he's resting himself to like say get more benefit, whether if it's double attack or like say just I forgot what the color trigger did.
Being able to switch himself back to it's being able to switch himself to active on the turn he's played.
Oh yeah, so just pretty much to restand itself to be able to swing in for additional damage. Like I said, the main thing that I would want to know, like say, is like what are we going to be using to able to switch those other cards back to active that we had to switch to resting in order to get the benefits from like say the SR Hoshinas.
Well, there are a few cards out there that do help him out. There is a Soshiro card that's going to be out there that also that is able to restand a few things. And then we also have the Mina that's also able to restand a few things as well. She is the captain. So it's really great. Unfortunately, they pretty much are like a one-time thing for both of them. So it's like you do have to be careful with how you do it and like kind of like timing specific because you don't want to rush in and miss out on an opportunity to get that good advantage off on them. Because if you do, then you're kind of just wasting a turn.
Exactly. So I feel as though there's a lot of planning involved and like say understanding like, hey, when is my moment to strike type of deal.
Yeah, he's super fast. He's able to deal with hordes, which is, you know, why he has double attack versus like impact and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's able to deal with multiple attacks and he's able to get multiple attacks through. It's just that he is heavily reliant on the captain to stand him back up in the case of the Mina card, and he's very heavily reliant on his own capabilities in order to stand himself back up as well, because without doing that, he is kind of a fish out of water.
Yeah.
If you do not play the card properly, you are not playing the deck properly.
Yes.
and that could be the difference between you winning a game and losing a game. But as long as you're in that setup phase, you're able to do that and just quickly start building up your cards in your hand. So that way, if you need to, you can just discard any cards. You could rest a card in order to raid on top of it. You can do a bunch of different things in order to keep your Soshiros active and able to do what they need to do, which is strong and powerful. As long as you're able to properly choose when you rest a character to raid or rest a character to restand with another ability, as long as you're able to keep your eye on that type of mechanic, you're able to run the deck really well. It's just going to take a lot of thought to do.
Exactly. So for all you big brains out there, I'm not one of them, so don't expect me to do it. D's more capable of that than I am. But yeah, for all you big brains out there, if you guys want to pick up something and really get those neurons activating and those chemical reactions going off left and right, that's going to be the deck for you.
100%. And that's pretty much it for Kaiju number 8.
Yeah, like I said, Kaiju number 8 only has 2 colors. So like I said, a lot more flex, a lot more room to be able to focus on those specific types of decks, and a lot more cards and utilities to be able to use at your disposal. But yeah, that's pretty much what we have for Kaiju number 8. And I'm pretty excited not only on what the decks are people are going to be building with it, but also what's the impact it's going to have on the current meta.
100%. And I also do remember them saying something about 2 color sets. And it was specifically when they were talking about solo leveling being a 2 color set. They said that they wanted to make it a 2 color set because 2 color sets are easier to build. So that makes me wonder if the reason why, or pretty much this is our first time going into a 2 color set in America. So I wonder if we're going to see just how easy it is to build these decks, or if it's not just ease of building, but rather ease of creativity. Like, will I be able to put Kaiju number 8 with Hoshina, since Hoshina is able to rest himself frequently? Am I also able to throw am I able to throw those Hoshinas into a deck with Kaiju number 8 in order to get that benefit off to help him come out cheaper? Or look at Reno and Mina and Shinomiya. Am I able to combine the captain with the cadets in order to create some weird cross hybrid of some insanely powerful force that's unstoppable?
Exactly, and that's something that I am noticing too with all these newer sets coming out. They're allowing you a little bit more of a flexibility to be able to intertwine these decks together, so that way you're not limited to like saying, oh, this you can only play Kafka with Kaiju number 8. You can't mix and match. You can only play Miwa with Hoshino. You can't add any of the captains in there. So it's really nice to have that little bit of flexibility to be able to like expand your horizon or the type of decks that you already build, but at the same time still keeping it somewhat contained, because you don't want people to get too crazy and mix cards together that definitely should not be mixing together.
Yeah. So all in all, I think that Kaiju number 8 is going to be a very strong set when it releases. I do think it is going to shake up a few things in the meta. I don't think it's going to absolutely destroy the meta, but it's definitely going to discourage the frequent use of some cards. I am predicting that we're probably going to see a few considerable amount of Kaiju number 8 decks start to rise up in order to counter a lot of Kenshin stuff. And I also do expect to see us return to normalcy with a lot more variety into the decks that we do see in these regionals, because I feel like a lot of people were only using Kenshin because of how recent it was. Not many matchups were involved with it, so not many people would know how to play against it. Therefore, they were using that to their advantage, which is why you saw such a surplus of them. But who knows, we could also see, like R mentioned in a video that's coming up soon, we could see a change like that happening at some point. So yeah, stay tuned, because we are going to be having that video come out, I believe, this Friday. This Friday, yeah. So hopefully, like I said, our schedules aren't too busy, and we can keep the pressure coming for y'all. But yeah, like I said, we're going to see what this deck is going to do to the meta. Like I said, we're noticing that a lot more sets are coming out that are forcing people to not only think differently, play differently, but also build differently. Right. So like I said, only time can tell. Indeed. And with all that being said, I've been D. And I've been J. I've been R. I've been R. And this is DJR Union.